welcome yet again to another video of Sphere. And today we are talking about the Justice League trailer. What a trailer. When the first Justice League came out, it was like, yeah, I'm excited for this. The trailer came out, it looked a bit, and it was a bit, to be honest with you. It was very Blair. Not a film that anyone's going to ever look at and think, wow, this is amazing. It was terrible. I ain't gonna lie, it's terrible. Sorry, Joss Whedon, but it was awful. Obviously now we are getting the Snyder cut, and this is what this trailer is all about. This trailer absolutely blew my mind, because when I found out they were doing another Justice League, I was like, well, do we really want to see another Justice League film? Do we have to sit through more of this crap? But then, of course, the trailer's come out now, and it looks brilliant. This trailer that we had yesterday absolutely blows my mind. And we're just going to be talking about it today. So, I am going to be sticking the images up here, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I am looking through this, I've got the images on my phone in order of how it comes on the trailer. Hopefully, I can do it justice with it being in time with the trailer. But there may be some images that pop up later on that are earlier in the trailer than they are when I'm talking about them. So I apologise for that. So, obviously the first image we got here is a moment from Batman vs Superman, but it's from a different angle. And Superman is screaming his head, from death. He's absolutely screaming his face off. And we can actually see the sound wave of his scream. And it's such a powerful image. It's so brilliantly done by DC and by Zack Snyder. And it's definitely a shot that I hope is not just for the trailer, and I hope it's in the film. I can't expect any of these shots. I mean, I could be wrong. Something could be revealed where, something might have been said before where everything that's shot in the trailer is shot in the film. You know what I mean? So, hopefully, there's no shots in this trailer where we don't see it in the film. This thing is 4 hours long. There is no way that any of these shots are not in the film. So yeah, that's the first one. And then obviously we move on from this wave. This wave shoots through Metropolis. And it shatters it. Everybody can hear this scream from Superman. And it's such a powerful moment in this trailer that I think that, it definitely is showing off what this this film is going to be. Definitely sets the page for it. In the next shot, of course, this shot could be very well edited in the trailer, because from first view you're thinking, well, obviously this shot is from that sound wave that Superman screams, but actually, what I think it is the aftermath of the fight with what's his face, Steppenwolf. It's the fight with Steppenwolf. It's the aftermath. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But it's very well shot to make it look like it could actually be, from that moment. So the next image we get, obviously, is that nightmare scene. We get Batman talking about, how I had a dream. Actually, I think it was more of a premonition, And it's a good line. And, we're getting some more shots of this whole thing. We get another shot of Darkseid. This one that we're showing in right now. Obviously, we've seen this shot before in another trailer. We're also getting new looks at Steppenwolf. This guy is not the same Steppenwolf that we had in the first Justice League. While I do say the first Justice League film, but the first version that we've got of Justice League, this is definitely a different Steppenwolf, and it's one that actually looks quite formidable. Another shot in this that I want to talk about is Cyborg. So this shot here of Cyborg, I believe I do have another shot of it. Looks, like when I first saw it, at first glance, I honestly thought it was an action figure. But looking closer at it, it is definitely a decent shot. And it's cool to see that he's got some more tech. It's not just his hands. Something's coming from over his shoulder. Definitely looking pretty cool. So here we have a shot of Superman being put into that puddle that I call it a puddle. It's a pool of dirty water, basically. But this shot does obviously show Superman being put in there and the picture falls in. I've seen somebody put a video saying that it's Lois that's putting the body in there. But obviously in the original film, she wasn't in that section of the scene of the film. So what we're looking at right now, I actually don't know. But we'll wait and see. You know, it could be wrong. They could be wrong. We don't know yet. The next shot I've got, the next picture I'm showing you right now, is of, again, Ray Fisher's Cyborg. Not as Cyborg, though. But look at the background. See, I'm going to do a little, I am not one of those breakdown type videos. But if you look in the background, it looks very much, it reminds me of that Speed Force scene with Barry. So, is Barry collecting them? Is Barry trying to contact them and he's going through the past? Is this the scene where he's trying to get to Bruce? And, that scene that we saw in BVS, Batman vs Superman. Is this Barry trying to get to Bruce and tell him that Lois is the key? And everything. I'm thinking that's what this moment is from. With Cyborg. That he's going through the past, trying to find Bruce. Maybe in this film we'll see that he actually tried to contact every single one of them, so that every single one of them could help. But maybe Barry's gone too far, to the point of which, maybe this is after his accident, because this looks like the shot where where he controls the missiles, in the other trailer that we had. So I'm thinking that maybe this could be the Speed Force, and Barry's trying to get in contact with Bruce, to tell him that Lois is the key. That particular scene, I think we're definitely getting another shot of that. So I think that's what that is. So the next shot we get of is Wonder Woman. Again, I'm sure I've missed some pieces here and there. I will get back to them eventually. As I say, it's just what's on my phone. I'm going through the images of the screenshot of the trailer. So yeah, we got Wonder Woman here. It's a pretty cool shot. Again, looking at it, it does look like the Speed Force again. Could be very wrong there. I mean, I'm thinking it's... Is it the scene where Barry helps her with a sword? That's what it looks like. But the background's very different. Obviously, there is some... they completely changed it from what Joss Whedon did with it, where he broken certain scenes up. That's probably what I'm looking at right now. But that one before, of Ray Fisher as Cyborg, before he's Cyborg, is definitely a new shot. So, yeah. We get also a different look at this moment where Barry saves Iris West. This time we're actually getting a decent shot of what's about to happen. And then obviously, you get the bit where we've seen before, But this is a new shot straight from this trailer, and from this film. Now, I've heard rumours that Iris West is going to be recast. But, you never know. Someone might say this and think, you know what, actually, she's not that bad. We'll keep her. But apparently Iris West is being recast for the Flashpoint film. So, moving on to the next image, and this is one of the best moments in the trailer. We see Superman for the first time, well, for me, a decent shot, first time of Superman in the black suit. This suit looks amazing. I'm so happy that they're doing the black suit Superman. This is such a, people will look at this and think, oh, it's dark. But it's not dark. That's not what's going on here. That's not what's going on in this image. The suit is a solar suit. It helps him to regain his energy. Obviously, he's just come back from the dead. He ain't going to be Superman, is he, I hope you've noticed I've gone the Smallville route today with the black and red sort of plaid thing. Very Superman, I think. I'm not trying to say I am Superman, because I'm nowhere near. Look at me. But, represent. Anyway, and then, of course, we get another shot of that Superman in the same moment, and he's looking up, and then he shoots up in the sky. Again, this image is absolutely notable. We get some more images in a minute of Superman. But moving on to the next image, and here is the new Batmobile. This is a completely different tank. This is massive. Now, you know, looking at this Batman, obviously it's Batman, right? And I'm doing this sort of thing where I'm looking like this, but you're obviously up here, right? But I mean, looking at this Superman, it's this Batman, sorry, it looks very different. Is that just me? Is that just my eyesight? But that doesn't look like the Batman that we've seen in these films before. The next shot, this shot again, I think this could be related to what is happening with Flash doing the Speed Force thing. This is in connection to what I think is going to be the image later on. There are some images that, again, I have passed, but I'll hit them again in a minute. So we will be talking about everything that's pretty much in the trailer that's notable. We also get this shot, which again, I think is definitely Speed Force related. Unless that's just an aftershock of Superman's scream, like the way the wave is there. But could be wrong there, could be right there, who knows. Then we get this shot, which I think is a classic shot. You know, it's not the best screen grab. It's not the best screen shot. But, you know, we've seen this image multiple times before. We know exactly what it means. Don't need to talk about it again. Don't know why I actually included it in here. This next shot is of Cyborg, and he's flying. And it's a brilliant shot. It's an absolutely amazing shot. Now, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this a new shot for the trailer? For this new film? I think it is, in my personal opinion. But here we go. Moving on quickly on to the next shot. And we have got Superman again. This time he's very pissed off. He looks very pissed. Maybe something happens in this film that gets him pissed. But he's definitely fighting Steppenwolf here, I think. Now, obviously, I haven't got that screenshot of him punching whoever it is. I think it's Steppenwolf. And then we do get the shot of him with his laser eyes. Which, again, is later on my phone. But I'll stick it here now. Now we are getting into some of the key moments in this trailer. And it is the Joker talking about the system. And it's wow. You know, I was expecting to see the Joker in the trailer, but to actually see him for the first time speaking to Batman. You know, this is the first time we've seen Batman and Joker, who have both been in this universe for quite some time, but have never met. You know, I know a lot of YouTubers are already talking about that. But yeah, that is a brilliant image to look at. I ain't gonna lie. Obviously, that's just his back turn. He's got this SWAT. He's got the SWAT team thing on, and then we take a shot of Batman, and it's clearly the dream. It's the nightmare scenario sort of thing. The premonition. Cyborg is in the background, but he's looking beefy. It's possible he's got one of his jackets on to cover up his metal, but he hasn't got his hood on. But that's clearly Cyborg. That's a future Cyborg. So are we going to see all these future versions of the Justice League? You know, this is definitely exciting to look at. And then, of course, we get the Joker turn around and say, you know, Batman. You know, he doesn't say like that, because that's more like, you know, I'm Batman sort of thing. But, you know, Batman. But, you know, it is such a brilliant part of this trailer. It is absolutely key to the trailer. I ain't gonna lie. And the Joker looks way better here than he did in Suicide Squad. He's got no tattoos. Of course, it's in. You know, did he get the tattoos replaced? Were they Sharpies? Did he just wash them off? You know. But it definitely feels more like the original. His hairstyle is very much Heath Ledger-esque, but. You know, I do think that this is a better Joker, and we are getting a much more fleshed out Joker. And this is better than any scene he had in Suicide Squad. It's also longer, I think. But it is definitely better than any scenes he ever had in Suicide Squad. So it's going to be exciting to see that scene. There was one YouTuber I watched where he said that he hopes that the nightmare scene could be 1 hour of the film. But looking at how many of these shots in this trailer are different, I don't think so. I think this is going to be straight up, maybe 30 minutes, possibly 40 minutes, because there is so much new in this trailer. Of course, we get the title card saying that it's streaming March 18th, which is obviously on HBO Max. Now, going into some of these shots that I didn't talk about before, we have here the two disciples of Darkseid and Darkseid walking towards what is clearly going to be Steppenwolf. I think it's definitely the same scene, and then we get the super shot of them. So to the left is Desaad, to the right is Granny Goodness, and of course we have Darkseid right there. Looking badass, if I might say. This is brilliant. It's nice to see him very close to his original look. He's brilliant. I mean, it's clearly very CGI. But I think it's pulled off really well. We get this bit where Steppenwolf is just kneeling down. Now, a lot of people have said that it looks kind of like a tablet of some kind, like a plinth, or a device that just has Darkseid there, but I'm not sure. I mean, when you have a really close look at it, it does look really weird from that angle. I don't think Darkseid is actually standing there when he's talking to Steppenwolf. I think it's something else. I think it's like a stone, portal stone, some kind of thing like that, where he's poking his head through. Maybe it's like the boom tubes. Oh, the boom tubes there. Was it called boom tubes? I think they were called boom tubes. YouTubes? No, I think they were called boom tubes. Maybe that's that sort of thing. A portal, and he's poking his head through, and he's like, Steppenwolf! It's going to definitely, I definitely get that feeling it's going to be like that. Moving on to the next one, obviously we see him kneeling down to Darkseid. And, though, again, I'm relating back to another YouTube video where they said that it looked like he'd been in battle, and maybe this was after Justice League. But no, in the next shot you do clearly see that that armour is depleting. Bit like the nanotech Iron Man suit, but maybe Darkseid's controlling it. What's the point in his armour? Because, maybe it's a disrespectful thing to wear his armour in front of Darkseid and then he's peeling it away. But yeah, next shot. Now, I've looked at this shot several times, and the only reason why I'm including it in this video is because there's a difference. Now, is it just me, or does it look like Barry has a bit of stubble? A bit of a dark shadow? The 5 o'clock shadow? The nooning shadow? Whatever they call it. Where you're from. But from me, like, especially when I zoom in, I don't know if it's just a CGI that's just not carried it over well, but it looks like he's got a bit of a beard, and not a beard, but like as I say, like a shadow, 5 o'clock shadow. Again, it could just be my eyesight, but that's what I can see. I mean, I can see it when I'm not zoomed in, but when I'm zoomed in, it still looks it. I could be wrong there. But why would they change that? I don't know. This could definitely show that it's been a little bit longer, that it doesn't just occur over a couple of days, or 2 days. Like, this could definitely show that it occurs over a week, and he hasn't had time to shave, which is a bit daft to think of, obviously, because he's the Flash. He could just go and be done. I could be very wrong there, but that's what it looks like. So moving on, this shot. Now, I've included this shot just to remind me of what to talk about. This line from Alfred. This line from Alfred. I almost said Alfred. This line from Alfred about, waving the red cape. He's like, I love that line. I'm sorry I can't remember it off by heart, but I absolutely love that line. This is one of the shots that I think was taken straight after that moment where Barry's behind Cyborg. Is it to do with the mother box? Is he struggling and he's shouting? Maybe Cyborg dies in this moment, and that's when Barry decides to use the Speed Force to go back in time and save him. or save Superman, so that like maybe the whole Lois thing. This is where it comes into place. But that could be happening there. That could be the death of Cyborg there for a moment, and Barry goes back in time to, this is the moment where I think Barry will go back in time. This is where he opens up to the Speed Force and starts using it for the first time. That is definitely what I think we're looking at in this image. Again, Barry running through. I know it's not the perfect screen grab. I spent ages trying to get it looking better, but I love the blue lightning. It's definitely running away from something, but I think he's running through the Speed Force there. Again, that's another shot of Cyborg with that flying round. Brilliant shot. So that is everything. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything. No, that's everything. This trailer really has shown me just how much this film is going to hit. This is going to be a brilliant film, and I look forward to it, and I look forward to the 4 hours. So, thanks for watching. I've been Scrivo. This has been Scrivosphere, and I'll see you soon, folks.